Alrighty then, we're back. I just finished soldering this piece here, and as you can see, this here is moving perfectly. We have the piece soldered in the very end there. This piece is sliding in and out without any resistance. Everything is clearing okay. So now it's time to take this piece and screw it back into this piece. There, now you can see that piece is sticking out about as much as it should be. It'll center up once I get it screwed in. It goes in nicely. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at that nice trigger action. Very nice. Ooh, that one was at an angle when I got it straightened up. I backed it out and got it straightened up, and it's going in there nicely. One thing I don't want to do is when I tighten these down, I do not want to strip them out. So you just tighten it till it stops. Screw number 1 is in. Screw number 2 going in. That is solid. Mechanism is still working nicely. You can see it right there. Beep, beep, beep. Just for the sake, I'm going to load this puppy. There it is. Nice in that nice little groove right there. And here we go. Let's give it a try. Works very nicely. Okay, this piece is all done, so we'll set this to the side. Okay, we're back here. Here are the 3 things we need to deal with. One is a cork. Now, I found this cork here, and I think this cork really looks great in there, but unfortunately, it does not fit into there. So what I did is I took the cork and I sanded it down. I had a you know, if you use a grinder or anything, it'll take it down real quick. But I hand sanded this and used files on it. And so now this cork will fit into this thing. And it looks really good, especially from on stage. The other night I loaded this puppy, and when I fired it, man, it must have went 30 feet. You know, if you put a little weight, fish weight in the end of this, you could probably get it up to the balcony. You could pop someone in the forehead from the stage. Bam! That's what I'm talking about. So that's what's going on with the cork. I'm going to make 2 or 3 of these corks because you always have backups because you never know when you're going to lose them. Now, the label on the bottle I got on my computer, and there is the label that I came up with. It's not an exact duplicate, but pretty much as far as the lettering size and everything, it matches. I just didn't have the artwork, you know, to make the frame all the same and all that. There you go. But as far as the lettering style and everything, it's pretty much exact duplicate of what it is. So I will print this out off my computer. I got a printmaster program. I will print this on it's a water, you know, the water won't destroy. It's a mailing label, but it's water safe, you know. If it gets wet, it's not going to destroy the label. I was going to try to age it down with some yellow coloring, but because it's water resistant, I'm not going to try that. So I'm happy with this label, just like it is. So, okay, now it's time to groom the feather flowers. And for this project, I'll be using my blow dryer and my curling iron. Star Wars it's not. I will also be using my little workshop bench that I put together last week. And so let's get started. As you can see, I have everything set up on my Workmate 229 bench, and we will be grooming these and these. And what I did is I put a dowel rod or a PVC pipe in here to hold the flowers, and we're just going to pop this in here like this. That way we have our own lazy Susan. Okay, let's work on these first. Now, as you know, this part came off the bottom here. And my intention is to reverse these, put them in this direction. And by doing that, I can use these exact same feathers. I can raise them up higher so that it gets more coverage on the base, like you see there. So let's get started. I'm going to use the hairdryer first. I'm going to groom these first with a hairdryer, and then I'll groom the bouquet with a hairdryer. Then we'll go back to the second part and use the curling iron to get all these little ribs out, these little ridges, okay? That's done. I always like to start at the bottom and work my way up. And you'll notice they'll start to fill out the more we do it. This is the first flower that I groomed right here. Isn't that pretty? So what I generally do when I want these flowers to lay down flat, and the flatter they lay this direction, the wider they get. Can you see the difference there? When you lay them down flat, the wider they get. Look how wide that thing is. And the way you can do that is like this. I put my hairdryer in the center and I push down. Now you'll notice how it opens these feathers up, and you grab the feathers, you can adjust the feathers to put them where you want them. See how much bigger they're getting? Now feathers like this, there's not a lot you can do with them. You just have to deal with them. One thing you need to know is that these feathers have a memory, and because they've been squished flat making puppet mouths, you need to restore the memory, and you can do that with the heat. Now you notice that when I have a puppet mouth, if I'm blowing the feathers this direction, you notice how the heat kind of restores where they were positioned at. See? It's like this puppet mouth, when I get it blown out, you can actually blow the feathers out. So just kind of watch, and we'll continue. Now you can definitely see a big major difference between the beginning and the end. Yeah, pretty. Look how much fuller that is. That's a thing of beauty. Woohoo! Mucho excitemento! Now,